1 degrees Celsius since late June. On July 8th alone, almost 240 people were treated for heat illnesses, the highest one-day count in nearly 7 years. About 81% of cases occurred outdoors, mainly at work sites, farms, or roadsides. People aged 50 and over made up 61% of patients. The KDCA urged outdoor workers and older adults to avoid prolonged heat exposure, drink plenty of water, and take frequent breaks. At night, managing indoor temperatures and ensuring restful sleep is also crucial. Former President Yoon Suk-yeol, now under detention, told the court today he was in total isolation and struggling to secure legal counsel due to special counsel pressure. He defended the December 3rd martial law plan as a warning, not anti-democratic. Yoon denied ordering the deletion of encrypted phone data or telling guards to show firearms, saying his words were misunderstood. Prosecutors submitted about 180 slides, a 300-page opinion, and almost 2,000 cabinet footage to counter his claims. Yoon missed his first court appearance after rearrest, citing health concerns. In local news, the planned Busan-Yangsan-Ulsan Regional Railway has passed South Korea's preliminary feasibility study, enabling faster progress. The 47.6-kilometer light rail line will connect Nopo Station in Busan to KTX Ulsan Station via Yangsan, with 11 stations and a travel time of around 45 minutes. Busan City welcomed the result, highlighting joint efforts with Ulsan and Gyeongnam to secure approval. The line is expected to boost southeastern regional integration and improve connections to existing and planned lines like the Yangsan Line and Cheongwan Line. The government aims to begin detailed planning later this year for early construction. Busan City announced today that it signed an agreement with Gyeongnam Province and 5 regional medical schools to foster local medical talent. The agreement includes forming a joint education council and supporting medical students' training at public hospitals in Busan and Gyeongnam. All parties agreed on the need for a self-sufficient regional healthcare system and better retention of essential healthcare workers. With challenges like workforce shortages, aging populations, and a capital area concentration, local healthcare, especially in pediatrics, maternity, and emergency care, is vulnerable. Busan vowed to build a system where local talent stays local. In international news, 6 crew members have been rescued and at least 3 killed after Yemen's Houthi rebels attacked and sank a cargo ship in the Red Sea. The Liberian-flagged Greek-operated Eternity Sea was carrying 25 crew when it was struck by rocket-propelled grenades fired from small boats on Monday, losing propulsion and taking on water. And now for today's weather. The current weather in Busan is mostly cloudy with the temperature at 29 degrees Celsius. The temperature will average around 25 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Many people want to watch the sunrise when a new year begins. They watch the first sunrise of the year and make their biggest wishes. And of course, many people plan their day while watching the sunrise each morning. But did you know that the setting sun can be just as beautiful as the rising one? Have you ever watched the sunset as it paints the sky in breathtaking colors? That moment stays with you for a long, long time. Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this Thursday with Golden by Hunter X.
I was a ghost, I was alone. 두어진 길 속에 Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be. I lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Caught a problem child, 'cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. 끝없이 on stage, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. We dreaming hard, we came so far, now I believe. We're going up, 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 it's our moment. You know together we're glowing, gonna be golden. Up, up, up with our voices, no one to catch us so often. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies, that's who we're born to be. Waited so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more hiding, now be shining like I'm born to be. 'Cause we are hunters, voices strong and I know I believe. We're going up, 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 it's our moment. You know together we're glowing, gonna be golden. Up, up, up with our voices, no one to catch us so often. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies, that's who we're born to be. You know we're gonna be golden. We're gonna be glowing like every night on the day. You know that it's our time, no fears, no lies, that's who we're born to be.
And that was Golden by Hunter X, welcoming you to For Your Busan this lovely Thursday afternoon. My name is Nick, and thanks for joining me on this lovely day. Now, it's lovely right now, but it's especially lovely in the mornings and the evenings because we have the lovely little thing called sunrise and sunset. Do you prefer sunrise or sunset? A rising sun feels like a fresh start, right? It's something we can look forward to when we have a wish or you want to feel hopeful to begin something new. Unfortunately, I rarely see the sun rise. I'm more of a night owl, but one day I'd like to see a nice sunrise. But the setting sun is something I do enjoy watching because that is a work of art in itself. As it paints the sky in shades of red or gold, it captures our attention and fills us with awe. We often try to capture that moment with a photo, but no image can fully recreate the beauty of a sunset seen with our own eyes. Now, I'm sure many of you already know the most famous sunset spot in Busan. It is, of course, 다대포 해수욕장. And I have to say, I've traveled a bit of the world, and I must say 다대포 is one of, if not at the very top of the most beautiful sunsets I've probably seen. And also the Sunset Film Festival will be held there too on August the 8th to the 10th. It's the third one, and it's going to bring together films, the sea, and the golden glow of the sunset in Busan. An absolutely magical combination. And this local film festival, now in its third year, was launched to highlight and share the cultural and tourism potential of Western Busan. The city of Busan hopes that the Sunset Film Festival will become a signature local event that captures the city's unique charm and emotional spirit. There is great anticipation that this festival will grow beyond just an entertaining event and become a cultural experience that celebrates local identity and brings energy to the local economy. So, that's good news, right? This summer, Daepo is going to be at the top of many people's destination lists, and now is an extra reason for it to be. So if you weren't thinking about Daepo, put it on your map just for now. Well, it's lovely to be with you all here. Lots of messages coming in saying hello. That's always nice. Benny Nim coming in first as always. That's the one thing that's never really changed since I've been on this show. Benny coming in extremely quickly, saying, hi Nick, Ang PD and all, happy Thursday. Good to see you, Benny Nim. Melly Nim as well, saying, hello Nick, I heard the sad story. I guess it's sad from one perspective, but it can be happy from new beginnings, from another perspective. But you did hear correctly, Melly Nim. But thanks for coming and saying hello. Sang Yu Nim, saying, greetings, Mr. Greenwood. I don't know your surname. I assume it's not Yoon. I assume Hang Yoon is your first name. I'm going to call you Mr. Yoon, just because I don't know anyway. Greetings, Mr. Yoon. Also, Sangmin Park and him saying, hello and good afternoon. Good to see you, buddy. He said, Sang Yoon Nim said, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters last week and I loved it. I like the scene that the hunters get energy from Korean ramyeon. Now, I saw that on my netdeng. Nothing makes me want to watch it. I guess because it's not, it looks like it's for a different audience than me. But if you're saying, a fully grown adult man are liking it, maybe I'll give it an opportunity and I'll watch it. Thanks for letting us know. Jinli was saying, hi Nick, 어젯밤부터 오늘 이 시간을 기다렸어요. That's very sweet of you. Waiting for this time. It's fantastic. I'm finally here, Jinli Nim, so hello to you. The wait is over, and thanks for coming to say hello. Veration Nim saying, 안녕하세요. 찬물 자주 드시고 몸 컨디션이 유지됩니다. Thank you very much. Always the best advice from Veration Nim. Welcome to the show. Jenny Nim saying, good afternoon, Nick and 친구들. Jenny Nim, I must say, a special thank you to you. I did receive it. So thank you very much, Jenny Nim. It was very thoughtful of you. And yeah, that's so nice. So once again, 감사합니다. Thank you, Jenny Nim. Also, Drift Monkey Nim, welcome to the show. Good to see you hiding through the fingers in that emoticon. It's good to see all of you. Now, if you wanted to send a message, but you're not quite sure what to say, I'm going to tell you the message of the day. Today's text topic, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 가장 좋아하는 영화 OST 음악은 무엇인지 알려주세요. What is your favorite soundtrack in a movie? Now, there are so many good ones, right? The first ones that come to mind, Jurassic Park, that has an amazing soundtrack. The original ones, of course. Amazing soundtrack. Back to the Future, amazing soundtrack. Harry Potter, amazing soundtrack. And these are just a few. So let me know which has the best music soundtrack. It doesn't have to be original. Well, I guess OST does mean original soundtrack. But I guess it can use music from, popular songs as well. Let me know to pound 9050, sharp 9050, should cost you 101, Kakao Talk message or a YouTube live comment. Now, I'm going to tell you what's coming up in today's show. We're going to have Busan Times, where we catch up on the day's top stories in Busan with news anchor Claire Kim. We're also going to have Nick's Deep Dive, time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. Buglilishi Challenge with Effie, where locals use their own version of Busan English. And then in the second half, we're going to have On the Mic, Busan Quizmaster, and We Are Family in Busan with Matthew. So there is a lot coming your way. All right, don't go anywhere because Busan Times is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, one and all, to For Your Busan. It is 4:15 in the afternoon, and joining me is Claire Kim. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
The weather has been quite cooler the past couple of days.
It has been since last night.
A nice surprise, I think. Right?
very.
Yeah. So you prefer this kind of temperature, right? Yeah.
For now, yes.
For now, like calm before the storm. I want to ask you today's text topic. You like movies, I assume. What is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Oh, my favorite. I like the soundtrack of Begin Again.
Oh, that's the love?
Yeah.
Which one? Remind me, who's in that? That's not the Bradley Cooper one, is it?
Begin Again, the Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. Okay. Is it a dancing movie?
Not the dancing. It's like a busking.
Busking. Is it like the typical like 불치병 kind of story?
Oh, no,
it's not that one.
not the
Okay.
in there.
All right. That's more of a Korean thing, I think, to have that. Okay.
A 왕자님 thing. No.
Okay. What kind of music is in it?
That's the Maroon 5, the
Oh.
Adam Levine. Like
Yeah.
a lot of his songs.
Okay.
I'm really bad with titles. So.
Okay. Is it like She Will Be Loved? I don't mind spending ever.
But that kind
Maybe.
of...
Yeah, I'm bad at singing, so...
La La Land.
La La Land, that's a classic. I've told this story before. I turned on La La Land and I went to watch it, and as soon as they got out of the cars, I turned it off. I was like,
I don't really like the movie.
You like the songs?
I like the songs.
Fair enough.
I can't really handle, I can't stand the musical.
Cheesy.
Yeah,
Too cheesy.
I can't really look
정말 I agree.
Og.
Yeah. I went to Griffith Observatory in LA, and even though I haven't seen the movie, I could feel the 분위기 because La La Land is so popular in culture.
because of that.
Yeah. We had a lot of variety. We had Chae Sung-nim saying Jaws movie pops into my head. That's a good one.
It's like a clash.
That's a good one. I wouldn't call that... Yeah, I guess it's music. It's like a classical music. We also had Benny Nim saying Monsters, Inc., OST, Toy Story, and Parasite as well.
Yes.
Toy Story has a classic one, I think. We also had J-Nim on Kakao Talk. Now, you might know this movie saying 너무 아픈 사랑은 사랑이 아니었음을. 영화 클래식 OST기도 하죠.
Classic, yes.
좀 전에 듣고 엉엉 울었네요라고 하셨어요. I haven't seen that movie, have you?
Classic has the best soundtrack actually in Korea.
The movie classic.
Yes.
That's the one where his memory's fading.
손예진. No, that's the 내 머릿속이 지우개.
I'm really
something.
bad. This one came out like 20 years ago.
Who's in there? The 교복 scene. And
Okay.
This like kind of retro.
Okay, I probably need to watch these movies again. But thank you, Jane, for sharing. Keep sending us what movie OST soundtracks you like the most. And we're going to be talking about some things going on in Busan. What's new?
Yes, big news for transport and regional development. On this very Thursday, July 10th, the Ministry of Economy and Finance's Fiscal Project Evaluation Committee officially approved the preliminary feasibility study for the Busan, Yangsan, Ulsan Regional Rail. That means the long-awaited vision of a 1-hour living zone across Busan, Ulsan, and Gyeongnam is finally on track, literally.
Oh, it's a game changer then. So where will this new line go?
So it spans 47.6 kilometers in total, with 8.9 kilometers running through Busan. The line starts at Nopo Station in northern Busan and ends at Ulsan's KTX station, with 11 stops along the way, 2 of them in Busan. Once complete, you'll be able to get from one end to the other in just 45 minutes, with 35 round-trip services a day.
That's great. I used to live in Ulsan, so when I lived there, I always wished there was an easier route to Busan. I used to take the bus.
How long does it take?
About 45, 50 minutes. So it wasn't too bad, to be honest.
Not too bad.
And it takes you to Nopo.
Then you have to travel.
Then you have to
again.
get the subway. So yeah, there you go. But what kind of trains are we talking about?
There'll be automated guideway transit AGT trains with steel wheels. It's a more modern light rail type system, but fully integrated into existing networks.
So this line doesn't just connect the cities, it links up with other urban lines, right?
Exactly. It will directly connect 4 currently separated rail lines: Busan Metro Line 1, the planned Jeongwan Line, the Yangsan Busan Line and Ulsan Metro Line 1. The transfer point at Nopo Station is a big part of that. It'll become a new core hub in the southeastern mega region.
So I imagine this isn't just about convenience, it's also about economic growth.
Definitely, the city is pairing these with a full redevelopment of the Nopo Station area, aiming to turn it into a central node in the greater southeastern economic zone. They see these as the foundation for a unified regional economy.
And there's something here for Jeongwan residents too.
Yes, this project gives a big boost to the planned Jeongwan Line, which has long been a priority for residents in Gijanggun County. It'll connect with the regional rail at Walpyeong, making commutes to Busan, Yangsan and Ulsan much easier.
Great. So when do we start seeing actual tracks being laid?
Well, the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport is expected to start basic planning and feasibility studies by the end of the year. After that, we'll move into design and construction phases. But today's approval was the biggest hurdle.
Okay, that's a huge win for the region.
It really is. Mayor Park Kyung-jun said this project would relieve congestion in northeastern Busan and improve daily mobility for citizens traveling in and out of the city. And beyond transport, the rail is expected to support industry, housing and logistics connections, all part of a larger vision to create a new growth axis in southern Korea.
That's fantastic. Now we had viewer discretion him saying, oh my days at last, the crossrail of Busan, and saying there's a type of light rail transit system.
Yes.
It would be more economical to build and easy to maintain. Game changer for the outskirts to the city centre. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's move into our next segment. From railroads, Busan's first autonomous bus... Sorry, from rails to roads, Busan's first autonomous bus service is officially on the move. And the city held its opening ceremony this morning at 11 a.m. in front of Osiria Station on the Donghae Line.
Yes, the self-driving buses will begin full operation this September in the Osiria Tourism Complex. Until then, they'll be test driving through August. Today's launch event marked a big milestone.
And the tech behind the buses, what's it like?
They're level 3 autonomous vehicles, which means they can drive themselves under certain conditions. But a human driver is still on board to take over if needed. What's unique is that they'll be operating in mixed traffic alongside regular cars.
That's a big step forward, real-world testing and real-world use.
Indeed, Mayor Park Kyung-jun, city council members and about 50 guests and citizens attended the ceremony. It featured a promotional video, a presentation on the project's progress, and a short demonstration ride.
So the public will actually be able to board these in the fall?
Yes, once full service starts, these buses will be part of daily public transport. It's the city's first real application of AI mobility tech in a daily setting.
Okay, and what's the city's bigger vision here?
Mayor Park stated today that AI will be integrated across every aspect of life in Busan, from transport to education to culture and administration. He called in the foundation for improving both the economy and citizens' lives.
So we're not just test driving a new bus, we're test driving the future of urban living.
Indeed, it's a bold start, and all eyes will be on how smoothly things go come September.
Exciting stuff. Now let's go from tech to trees. As summer heat continues, Busan is giving residents an early gift, a shade and space. Eco Delta City's new parks and greenways are opening parts of their grounds earlier than scheduled.
Yes, due to the intense early summer heat and requests from residents, the city decided to open sections of Neighborhood Park Number 1, which is on south, and Connector Green Zone Number 4, which is on west, this July. That's a combined 31,840 square meters of open space.
That's a lot of greenery and a smart move during this hot season.
Definitely, these areas include shaded walking paths, splash fountains, open-air shelters, sunbeds, and more. They're meant to provide immediate relief and recreation while the rest of the park is still under construction.
And this is all part of a larger plan for Eco Delta City, right?
Right. The southern zone is already partially open, and the massive northern section of Park Number 1, covering over 113,000 square meters, is set to be completed by February 2029. It will include lakes, nature trails, water features, and community spaces.
Okay, so Eco Delta isn't just about housing, it's about lifestyle.
Exactly. The city wants to create a sustainable and enjoyable living environment centered around water, greenery, and public space. It's a national project under K-Water, Busan Metropolitan Corporation, and the city itself.
So it sounds like they're building a model for future urban design.
And they're not waiting to finish everything before offering value. Busan's Green City Director said today that in the face of heat waves and climate change, green spaces are no longer optional. They're essential public services.
I totally agree with you. You know, when you live in the concrete jungle, it gets kind of, I don't want to say depressing, but you forget how much we need bright green places.
Yes.
That color green and chlorophyll just to help us. Viewer Nim says everyone would benefit from the greenery, so it's another wonderful news and great timing.
Any kind of greenery will be
beneficial. For sure. Yeah, I mean, I can see a bunch of trees out there right now, which is nice. A bit brighter would be good. Some real green. Anyway, Claire, it was a pleasure. Thanks a lot for bringing us this great news, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, everyone, we're going to take a song break, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. This is Maria by 이홍기.
너만 보인단 말이야 널 사랑한단 말이야 눈을 감아도 너만 보인단 말이야 너만 부른단 말이야 널 사랑한단 말이야 입을 막아도 너만 부른단 말이야 바보 같은 사랑에 아파서 이기적인 사랑만 내게 줬나봐 사랑했다는 한마디 못하고 그저 바라만 봤던 게 후회가 돼 미안하단 말 사랑한단 말 들을 수가 없는데 이제 와서야 내게 소리치잖아 너만 보인단 말이야 널 사랑한단 말이야 눈을 감아도 너만 보인단 말이야 너만 부른단 말이야 널 사랑한단 말이야 입을 막아도 너만 부른단 말이야
니게 탐구생활. This summer feels hotter than usual. Maybe that's why one particular snack has become a huge hit. It's a classic Korean summer dessert. It is the cup bingsu, shaved ice in a cup. Now, when we think of bingsu, we usually picture a large bowl filled with shaved ice, sweet red beans, fruit, and a variety of toppings, perfect for sharing. But the trending version this year is different. As the name suggests, cup bingsu is served in an individual-sized cup. So why has this mini bingsu become so popular? Traditional bingsu is large and expensive, making it difficult for one person to enjoy alone. But now, major coffee chains are releasing their own versions of small, affordable cup bingsu, allowing people to enjoy solo without breaking the bank. This is quite a shift from last year, when luxury bingsu dominated the scene. One of the most popular was the Emangbing, short for apple mango bingsu, topped with generous amounts of fresh fruit and a hefty price tag to match. In fact, some hotel bingsu options now include champagne and go for over 150,000 won. A big reason for this luxury dessert trend? Social media. When everyone else is posting it, you feel like you need to try it too, just for the experience and the photo. So what about you? Are you more drawn to the small, budget-friendly cup bingsu, or the kind of luxury bingsu you try at least once, just for the thrill of it? Well, I guess we are living in the days of just one person eating things, right? Hombab has become a very big thing these days. Even when I look at the online food delivery apps, they now have an option for 1인, right? So you can order just one portion and it will be delivered to you. It's becoming different. It's a different society. I think COVID changed the habits quite drastically. I guess it's a good thing. I guess. You know, not everyone can afford to have a mega bingsu just for themselves, but then it gives you less incentive to call your friends and have the bingsu together. So, I don't know, take it for what you will. Anyway, everyone, welcome back to the show. It is 4:33 in the afternoon on a Thursday. Hope you're having a good one so far. We've got some messages coming in related to today's text topic. Now, just to remind you, today's text topic is about your favorite movie soundtrack. 네, 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 가장 좋아하는 영화 OST 음악은 무엇인지 알려주세요. Now, we had a few different varieties coming in. Drift Monkey Nim saying, oh, my favorite is Chase and Status, ending credits. It comes from the movie Harry Brown, set in the UK. Now, I know Harry Brown, and when I was young, about 15 years ago, I used to always listen to Chase and Status. A bit of drum and bass / mix of dubstep. So, yeah, good times. Benny Nim saying another favorite is from Rush Hour. Now, I love the Rush Hour series. They're all so funny, but I can't remember the music from it. Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, don't remember the music from Rush Hour. I just remember them being amazing films. Viewer Discretion Nim says, my favorite soundtrack is from the movie called it's called Poor Unfortunate Souls, 불쌍한 영혼들, from the movie The Little Mermaid. I just loved Ursula's energy, and I almost felt like I became her when I did a rendition of it. The only song I remember from The Little Mermaid was Up Where They Walk, Up Where They Run. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm totally tone deaf, as you can tell. And of course, Under the Sea. I don't remember Poor Unfortunate Souls. I think another Disdang run of movies is overdue, and I'll listen out for that song. 고수님 says, text topic, 제가 가장 좋아하는 영화 OST는 About Time, How Long Will I Love You입니다. 1년에 한 번씩 꼭 다시 보는 영화예요. You know what? I would agree with you. I like that movie. My wife loves that movie, so we watch it fairly frequently. I would recommend it. Yeah, it's a good movie and it's a good soundtrack. Thank you for suggesting that. Honeymumnim, welcome to the show, saying 레옹의 OST Sting. Leon. That is a classic movie. We also had Ziznim saying 장화 홍련이나 왕의 this is quite a long name. 장화 홍련이나 왕의 남자 OST가 너무 좋은 것 같아요. 아련한 그 느낌. 최고. Okay, I'm not familiar with the songs in that movie, but thanks for telling us anyway. Okay. We also have Melly saying, I really like this song, Tell Me If You Want to Go Home by Keira Knightley from Begin Again. I know Begin Again is a very popular movie. I haven't seen it, as you could tell when I asked Claire, but still. 하니맘님 saying, 닉디의 동글 목소리 하트병. 감사합니다, 하니맘님. Thank you so much. Okay, anyway, the time is now 4:35 in the afternoon. Coming up next, we've got Effie in the studio for 부글리쉬 challenge. Before that, though, let's listen to a song about shaved ice. This is 팥빙수 by Billy and Yoon Jong-shin. The last time I'll be listening to that tune, I just realised. And you know what it reminds me of? These days, the person I live with, she keeps watching Bridgerton on repeat, and it just reminds me of that very Bridgerton, you know,
Elegant,
Dukes and Earls kind of feeling. Yeah, very classy. Hello, Effie. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying the cooler weather, I assume. You and Kumi are? Yeah.
Well, pretty much it's hot in my place because of the big windows, to be honest. It's good in the winter, but it's not really that nice in summer, to be honest.
Do you have blinds or curtains?
I do have, but then the There is a lot of sunlight coming in every single day.
Really? Okay. Do you have like a cotton?
I do have
Okay,
it though,
okay.
but still like the whole apartment
Yeah.
that it's being heated.
That means you've got to spend money on air conditioning to keep it cool, I guess. Well, you got to do. At least you have. I think a lot of people would kill for like nice big windows, right? It's not facing another apartment.
No,
Okay,
not
that's
at
good.
all.
That's good.
Right, so I cannot complain about that part at least.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, it's good to have you here. Before we dive in, I want to ask you today's text topic, which is about movie soundtracks. I don't know if you watch a lot of movies.
I no longer watch that many movies anymore, but I used to.
Okay. 그럼 가장 좋아하는 영화 OST 음악은
It's
무엇인지?
going to be Lost Star.
Lost Stars. That's Adam Levine. What movie is that?
It's
in?
Begin Again.
Begin Again. That's like
Yes.
3 or 4 votes for Begin Again.
Oh.
It's a popular movie.
It is, I guess. I like their soundtrack.
Now, Claire, who was just here, she told me what it was. Can you remind me? I forgot. What was the theme? Is it Keira Knightley? That's I've understood
So
that.
it's like the Adam. He became kind of popular singer songwriter
Yeah.
all of a sudden, and then they're a couple, and they
Yeah.
moved to I don't know.
Oh, is Adam Levine acting in it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
he's an actor.
Yeah,
he's not
the
just a
main
singer.
actor.
Is he a good actor?
I would say not too bad, to be
Not so
honest.
bad.
Thinking
Oh,
about
well.
the fact he's an well, he's a singer, but then he's
Okay.
pretty good, I would say. I like the lyrics of the song, by the way.
Right. I guess it's his music as well. That's awesome. When did the movie come out? I swear.
I think it's a long time ago, probably 2015, 14.
Oh, okay.
Around that time, I guess.
Maroon 5 are like really hitting their
Yeah,
peak.
at that time.
Okay. Interesting. There you go. Another vote. A lot of fans of Begin Again out there. We've got messages coming in. 고수님 saying, 아싸, 틀려도 재미있는 시간. Benny님 saying, hello, Effie. Viewer discretion님 saying, good afternoon, Effie. Okay.
Afternoon.
So this is a segment where we listen to the voices of Busan locals. They're giving us hints, and we have to guess what they are trying to describe to us. There are 3 people, and as always, there is a theme?
Yes.
Okay, what is the
There's a
theme?
weekly theme, always. The theme this week, it's going to be things that are tiny but loud. Yes.
My sister. My younger sister. She's not that small
These
anymore.
things may be silent sometimes, but they sure get your attention.
Okay. By the way, Melinim says Begin Again 2013년에 개봉했대요.
Oh, 2013.
So that's 12 years ago. Okay,
12 years
wow.
ago, yes.
Okay then. All right, so things that are small but loud get your attention.
Small attention, it's going to definitely get your attention.
All right then.
Things.
Send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, should cost you 101, a Kakao message or YouTube live comment. Let's listen to the first clip.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Pitch. It's a machine. Most people don't like when it's working.
It's a machine.
It's a machine.
And lots of people don't like when it's working.
Yes.
Oh, that's so vague. So a machine,
Machine.
I guess the people don't like it when it's working because it's so loud.
I don't know. I cannot answer for that one, but it's a machine, it's a thing. It's not that
It's a
big.
thing. I'm going to say 세탁기. Because I know it cleans your clothes, but sometimes it's really loud. And if you're watching a movie, it's disruptive.
And then after, once it's being done, you need to put it out and then put it
Yeah.
in drying
그럼
rack.
식기세척기.
Dishwasher?
No.
No.
Okay.
Quite annoying, that too.
All right then.
We don't really pay that much attention to them.
I guess, well, in Korea, the house, like apartment 구조 is like where the kitchen doesn't really have a wall to the living room. At least in my place. It's just, so you can hear everything that happens in the kitchen when I'm watching TV.
True, true.
So it can be loud sometimes. I guess I've learned to phase it out. Should we listen to another hint?
Yes.
It has many shapes. It sometimes has characters.
Many shapes, sometimes has characters. So that means there are things for kids as well.
Yep, definitely.
We've got some messages coming in.
It's a thing.
Melinim says vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. Guys, too big. It's
too
kinda,
big.
It's tiny.
All right. We have 2 here. And I think it might be the correct
What are the
answer now that
answer?
I think about it.
Okay.
So we had viewer님 and 만학도 형어님 both saying in 대문자로 alarm clock, alarm 시계.
Okay, cool. Should we listen to the last
Let's listen to the last
Yeah.
clip.
It's in a smartphone. We usually use it in the morning.
We usually
Okay.
In the morning.
Yeah, and then we Yeah, that's true. We hate it, right? We hate it when it's working and we slap it.
We always pay attention.
You try to press that snooze and slap it around.
Keep pressing it, yeah.
So, is the answer alarm clock?
Yes.
That definitely fits the theme.
Right,
Small
tiny.
and loud.
Loud and then getting attention from us.
Do you use an alarm clock daily?
Yes, I do. Without it, I don't think... Oh, well, but these days I've noticed that I tend to wake up before the alarm goes off, to be honest.
You've
But then,
subconsciously trained
my
your
body
mind.
remembers, yeah.
What time do you wake up?
I normally wake up at 6:50.
Do you go to work or?
I start my
Exercising.
day preparing my breakfast,
Wow.
doing everything, taking care of Kumi. I have many things to do in the morning.
Wow. That, it sounds like one of those influencer like tikdeng videos. I wake up at 6:50 and make my protein shake. Life is about grinding or things like that. I'm sure it's not like that. The best alarm clock, I have an alarm clock, but it doesn't have it on this brand of phone. On another brand of phone that I used to have, the alarm clock was for people who can't wake up. If you want to turn off the alarm, you have to enter a maths equation. So it will go bing, 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 and you can't just press snooze, turn off. You have to do like what is 3 times 3. And in order to type it in, you have to kind of wake up a little bit and you have to think. So it forces you to wake up. That was amazing. And no, they don't really have it anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I hate alarms. Okay, let's move on to our next question.
Yes.
These sounds are usually high-pitched tone. There are 2 methods to make this sound.
So it's a high-pitched tone, and there are 2 methods. I would say, I can't whistle right now. Whistling. I haven't whistled in years, so there you go. Is it whistle?
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right then. What else have we got?
We're gonna guess this.
High tone. Anyone? Any guesses?
2 methods to make this sound.
2 methods to make this sound. Let's listen to the next hint.
Yes.
It sounds like a bird song. Some people can't make this sound.
It sounds like a bird song. Some people, I might have accidentally guessed it.
Yeah.
I thought
don't say it
I thought it was going to be the wrong answer, so I said.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Okay. All right then. Let's have.
But still, some people, they don't know what you just said, so it's
Right.
good to keep it quiet.
Exactly. And there's the noun and the verb. And in Korean, they're different words.
Is that different?
Yeah. It's the same in English, but it's 2 different words in Korean. We'll talk about it after, I guess.
Oh yeah.
We had 고수님 say 만보기 할 뻔했네요. I guess that was for the alarm again. You don't like that? You don't like pedometers? They're great, I
like it,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
We
great.
can measure how many steps we walk.
뷰어님 said, 와, 만보기도 세상 싫네요. 가만 생각해보니. Okay. Okay. Let's listen to the next hint.
Yes.
Gym teachers usually use this sound in their classroom. It announces the start of a game.
Very obvious.
There we go. Gym teachers, PE teachers, during 체육 시간, you'll hear the
To make
teacher
this sound.
use
High
this.
pitch.
They could use this or make this sound. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's 2 words
Yeah.
in Korean.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember the word.
Are you looking for the noun or the verb?
Well,
Well, in English it's the same, I guess. Because 만학도 영어님 said 휘파람, which is the verb. Oh, I guess it's kind of like the verb. Usually when you make the 휘파람, but you
it can be a
use
noun,
the
It can be a verb too.
yeah,
right?
but you use this.
Yes.
That's the one you're looking for, right?
Yep. Either of them would be okay actually.
So 만학도 영어님 says 호루라기. Oh, that was. It was a whistle. Yeah,
Whistle.
whistle. Yeah, everyone's saying, did Nick get it right first? Nicky 맞춘 거예요. I did. I don't know the answer. That's
He
why I got it
doesn't
right.
know,
If I
yeah.
knew the answer, if I,
I'm the
미리
only one who knows
알았으면,
the
I would
answer.
purposely get it wrong.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just too smart for my own good,
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now they get it, yeah. So
Everybody
whistle.
got it. Whistle, yes.
So you can whistle, like, yeah. Can you whistle with your fingers?
No, I cannot. Can you?
Yeah, I can't do it without it, but if I go into a football pitch, I can do it with the 2 fingers and make it really loud. As a kid, I used to annoy a lot of people.
What about with your teeth? Can you make the
You mean, what's that?
the sounds coming from the teeth in between
Like
the
the
front
gap?
teeth? Yeah.
Really? That's not. Sounds like birds. That sounds like birds.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Different from like. I cannot.
You can't do that one. Yeah, that's hard. That's definitely difficult, that one. Okay, there we go. So it was whistle, W-H-I-S-T-L-E.
Yes.
Let's move on to number 3.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Hyunshi. It is small in size but big in impact. It disappears as quickly as it appears.
So it's small in size but big in impact. Something it disappears as quickly as it appears. So it will appear and then it will quickly go away. It's small in size but makes a big impact. Punch.
Punch.
It's not loud, is it? A cartoon punch is loud. Pochong. I guess like. I don't know.
Guesses?
I'm trying to think. Any guesses? So it disappears as quickly as it appears.
It's small in size but big in impact.
Small in size but big in impact. Let's listen to number 2.
Yes.
It's fun, fiery, and a little bit dangerous. It can sometimes amuse people.
So it's fun,
Fury.
could
be scary
Yeah.
sometimes and a little bit dangerous.
a little bit dangerous. Now, Jinli Nim and Jenny Nim both said mogi, mosquito, and then they said chopare. I think up until the second hint, fun, it could have been correct. But it's they're not very fun. They're not fun at all. Yeah. Okay. They're a little bit dangerous. Now, I think 만학도 영어는 might have the correct answer.
What is his answer?
They said pokjuk. But in English, what is that in English?
Yes.
Let's listen to hint number 3.
Yep.
It starts quiet but ends with a bang. It's often used during festivals and celebrations.
There you go. Okay, I think.
So
yeah.
we're looking for the word.
You're correct.
The exact word.
So, Rarationim said nabang, moth.
Moth.
They're not fun.
No.
Viewing I think they said it firecracker. Hey, firecracker.
Firecracker.
I think I also just call them fireworks. You know, fireworks or firecrackers.
All the
It's
same.
Same thing, yeah. But that's really cool. Well done. Viewing you're on fire today. I think we tied for the best.
No, 만학도연님 got the answer first, right?
Oh, you did. 만학도 형 and them also tied 3 ways. We'll share the prize of respect. Okay.
That's great.
Effie, it's been a lot of fun, and it sucks that it's going to be the last time playing this game.
It's a bit sad, but we'll see you around.
We'll see you. I like that spirit. We'll see you around.
We'll
It
see you
leaves it
around,
open.
always.
All the best in the future, and say goodbye to Kumi as well for me.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
I
Take
hope
care.
the best thing for you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. Well, let's cheer up anyway. We're about to end up the first half. We'll be back very soon in the second half with more great stuff coming your way. This is 심야 영화 by 하현상.
사라진 거리 Oh I don't wanna let go 그 영화 속에 갇힌 난 빛이 잠이 든 여기 떠오르지 보랏빛 그 영화 속에 남긴 넌 맞닿은 손끝은 어지러웠고 날 처음은 하려는지 네 눈물은 어둠과 빛이 되어 그대로 물들어가 Oh I miss you 수많은 밤과 수놓은 별들 그 속에 멈춰있던 late night movie 나는 이 공간 너의 그 온기도 기억이 나지 않아 I miss you now I miss you now Not easy gone for nothing 끝나지 않을 것만 같던 매일 그 시간 속에 나 그 시간 속에 나 그 시간 속에 속에서 나 맞닿은 손끝은 어지러웠고 날 처음은 하려는지 네 눈물은 어둠과 빛이 되어 그대로 물들어가 Oh I miss you 수많은 밤과 수놓은 별들 그 속에 멈춰있던 late night movie 나는 이 공간 너의 그 온기도 기억이 나지 않아 I miss you now I miss you now 쓰러질 것만 같아
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다. 쉽지 않은 오늘이지만 가게 문을 열고 새로운 길을 찾고 더 나은 내일을 준비하는 사람들이 있습니다. 청년, 소상공인, 중소기업, 이 도시를 움직이는 지역경제의 주체입니다. 작은 아이디어 하나가 골목을 바꾸고 햇살 아래 땀방울이 지역경제를 다시 일으킵니다. 청년, 소상공인, 중소기업, 경제의 중심은 바로 당신입니다. 이 캠페인은 부산경제의 미래를 준비하는 종합지원 플랫폼 부산경제진흥원이 함께합니다.
It's summertime, and with that comes the heat wave. Here's how to prepare for the unwelcome but unavoidable heat. First, tune into your TV or radio and listen for the latest weather forecasts. Try to stay indoors. Refrain from extreme activities, particularly the elderly or those with pre-existing health conditions. If you must go outside, walk slowly, find shade, wear light-colored, loose clothing. To avoid sunburn, protect your skin with sunscreen, wide-brimmed hats, or sun parasols. For those working outside, take frequent breaks and drink water, even if you don't feel thirsty. If you're inside, block UV rays and keep the temperature between 26 and 28 degrees Celsius. Get to know the signs of heat stroke. If you see anyone showing heat stroke symptoms, immediately call 119 or 1339, the Emergency Medical Information Center. We can't beat the summer sun, but let's do all we can to stay healthy this summer. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열부산?
포열부산 아닙니까?
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열부산 내리죠 이렇게.
부산.
포열부산.
할까요? 포열부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
네, 안녕하세요. 올리비아입니다. 오늘은 바다 같은 분을 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 저는 공간을 기획하고 브랜드를 운영하고 있는 서진웅이라고 합니다.
반갑습니다.
네.
와, 근데 오늘은 정말 특별한 공간에 와 있습니다. 모이타의 최고급 호텔의 스파를 한번 이용한 적이 있거든요. 거기 있는 마사지샵에 들어왔던 기분이 느껴져요. 지금 엄청 릴렉스인데요.
저희도 공간 컨셉 자체는 요트를 컨셉으로 해서 오시는 분들이 좀 편안한 기분을 느낄 수 있는 공간, 그걸 목표로 하고 있습니다. 그렇게 느끼셨으면 의도가 잘 전달된 것 같아요.
그러니까 여기가 컨셉은 요트고.
네네. 그리고 실제로 이용하는 건 저희가 바버샵으로 운영을 하고 있어요. 기존에는 공유 바버샵으로 1인 원장님들이 각자 영업을 하던 공간에서 지금은 이제 자체 브랜드로 전환해서 운영을 하고 있고요. 바버 체어 유통 사업을 추가로 하게 돼서 온라인 몰에 사무실로도 사실 등록이 되어 있고 브랜드의 사무실로도 이용을 하고 있습니다. 제가 생각하는 건 이렇게 이제 작은 공간에 어떤 한계가 없다는 거를 만들어 가보고 싶어요.
저만 이렇게 이 공간을 좋아하나요? 반응이 어때요? 오시는 분들의 반응이?
통창이 있고 또 층고가 높고 하다 보니까 개방감이나 편안함을 느끼시기도 하고요. 좀 향이 있는 공간을 목표로 하고 있어서 그런 부분에서도 좀 긍정적으로 생각해 주시는 것 같습니다.
스스로를 바다 같은 사람이다라고
되고 싶다.
왜 그렇게 정하셨는지 궁금합니다.
최근에 새롭게 질문을 주셔서 생각했던 건데 그 전까지는 저도 뭔가 야망이나 목표도 가지고 탄이 되고 싶었던 것 같아요. 근데 최근 들어서는 바다처럼 가장 낮지만 넓고 깊은 그런 사람이 되면 좋겠다는 생각이 들어서 수식어를 붙여봤습니다.
바다는 모든 걸 포용하잖아요. 그렇죠?
공간 사업을 계속 하고 있다 보니까 그런 부분이 제일 중요한 것 같았어요.
근데 저는 공간 사업을 해봐야지라고 생각해본 적이 한 번도 없거든요. 대표님 어떻게 그렇게 생각을 하게 되셨어요?
네, 제가 원래 전공은 비행기 조종하는 학과를 다녔었어요. 그러다가 뭔가 확신이 없었고 그래서 제가 뭐 미군 부대에 이제 군 생활을 했었고요. 또 외국인 문화나 뭐 다양한 문화를 접하고 나서 배낭여행을 이제 학교를 멈추고 갔다 오기도 하고 지금 당장 재밌는 일을 하면서 지낼 수 없을까 하는 생각에 외국인 펍에 지원을 해서 거기 이제 바텐더로 일을 한 적이 있어요. 펍 자체를 이제 제가 맡아서 운영할 기회가 생겼었는데 어린 나이에 제 공간이라는 게 생겼을 때 사람들한테 줄 수 있는 영향이 되게 크더라고요. 그때 경험 이후로 공간 비즈니스로 계속 경험을 하게 됐어요. 그때 사실 공간을 사람들이 많이 오게 하려면 어떻게 해야 할까 막 고민이 많았었는데 제가 그 공간에 갔던 게 그런 외국인 바텐더 하면 재밌겠다 해보고 싶다 해서 갔던 거라 여기 오는 사람들도 하고 싶은 거 할 수 있게 도와주면 자주 오지 않을까 해서 실제로 이제 외국인 펍이었다 보니까 그런 커뮤니티가 있었고 작가님의 뭐 출판 그런 중고 서적 판매 행사 같은 것도 하고 그림 그리는 친구는 가게 인테리어를 해야 되니까 뭐 벽에 그림을 그리게 한다든지 다 악기 하나씩은 할 수 있어서 밴드를 만들어 가지고 가게에서 뭐 공연을 하기도 하고 손님들이랑 뭐 잡지를 만들기도 하고요. 그때 뭔가 그 작은 공간 하나로 이렇게 다양한 걸 할 수 있고 사람들도 좀 하고 싶은 걸 하는 사람들이 모였을 때 긍정적인 모습들을 본 경험이 있어가지고 그 뒤로 좀 저는 이상적으로 생각을 하고 있습니다.
이런 멋진 공간, 나만의 공간 또는 누군가를 위한 공간에 대한 로망 가지고 있지만 또 막상 실천하시는 분들이 그렇게 흔치 않잖아요. 대표님 이렇게 실천할 수 있었던 노하우나 전략 뭘까요?
그 유연함이 제일 중요하다고 생각하고 그리고 공간도 결국에 이제 쓸 사람이 있어야 되는데 저보다 여기를 실제로 쓰실 분들 생각을 하는 게 중요하다고 생각합니다. 다른 포트폴리오에 보면은 한 5년 정도가 됐는데 장거리 연애를 위한 숙소로 쓰다가 숙소를 렌트하는 곳으로도 변형이 있었고 그 뒤에 요가원으로 변형이 되기도 했었거든요. 시기와 이제 필요에 따라서 공간은 계속 변할 수도 있는 거라고 생각을 하고 또 운영하는 게 맞지 않나 하는 생각이 들어요.
혹시 뭐 하는 영어 단어나 영어 표현이 있나요?
퇴사하면서 도쿄 여행을 갔었는데 그때 우연하게 이렇게 Live by a compass, not a clock 이라는 문장이 있었어요. 그러니까 컴퍼스가 나침반이고 이제 클락이 시계니까 시간보다 방향으로 살아라 이런 문장이었는데 퇴사하는 시점에 사업하려고 보니까 되게 의미가 있더라고요. 그래서 그 문장을 쓰고 싶습니다. 여러분은 지금도 멋있습니다.
하지만 이곳에 와서 대표님 만나면 더 멋있어질 겁니다. 여러분 안녕, 파이팅 하세요.
Thank you to Olivia for bringing us today's On the Mic. And the interviewee today was, I guess, leader, I was going to say 대표, 서진웅님, who currently runs a barbershop. And through this space, he wanted to show that there are no limits in a small space. In the past, he used to dream of becoming someone like a mountain, ambitious and with great goals. But these days, he finds himself wanting to become like the ocean, the lowest yet widest and deepest. So he often describes himself as a person like the sea. And I know that resonated with viewer님, saying 바다 같은 분이라니. I guess you have to think of it metaphorically as well. Flowing, going with the flow, being, large, open and deep. You have to think very metaphorically. But while working and managing a pub as a bartender, he spends a lot of time thinking about what his own space should mean. That's when he realized that having a space could be the way to have a positive impact on people, and that's why he started Space Business. Now, to people who want to have their own cool space, he always advises them to stay flexible. It's important to think about first the people who will actually use the space. And spaces always change depending on the time and needs. So you have to be able to run it accordingly. And his favorite English phrase is live by a compass, not a clock. Going in the right direction, not going by what you think is time constrained. I love that. Very philosophical, actually. Thank you once again to Olivia for bringing us this great interview where we can hear the voices of the people that make up this wonderful city. Well, the time is 5:07 in the afternoon. It is Thursday. How you doing, everyone? I hope you're having the most wonderful of days. I do like that viewer님 is encouraging everyone doing 고수님's job today, but saying don't forget to click the thumbs up on this stream. 다들 좋아요 한 번씩 누르고 보자고요. 감사합니다, viewer님. I always forget to say that because that's really more of a YouTuber's job, isn't it? Now, we also have we have 소희님 coming in. Welcome to the show. Saying 안녕하세요, 닉 and 친구들. 너무너무 덥네요. It is hot. It's cooler in Busan, thankfully. But I know Seoul must be killer right now. I heard in Daegu it was like 38, 39, 40. I think that's what Claire said, which is crazy. So if you're in any of those regions, please stay cool and hydrated. She said 방금 집에 도착했는데 순간 에어컨 리모컨이 안 보여서 너무 당황했어요. 일생일대 위기 상황 모면했네요. It's a good thing that you found it, right? You did found it. Okay, you found it after not being able to find it. You must have been scared. When you get home, that's the moment you want to turn on the air conditioning and stand in front of it for about 4 minutes or 5 minutes and just get rid of that sweat, feel cool again. If you couldn't do that, that must have been absolutely awful. But I'm glad you found it. Okay. Viewer discretion, I'm also saying it's amazing to see someone who finds new opportunities with the new unfamiliar realm of them with a ton of synergy blooming from their previous experiences. That's a very good way to put it. I could have never said something so poetic myself. It's definitely true. Finding new experiences and new opportunities where other people might not look is an amazing talent that I wish I had. 멜리님 also, 와, 데프리카. Daegu is the hottest place in the country, like one of them, I heard, right? So shout out to all the lovely Daegu citizens. Stay cool. Well, the time is now 5:09 in the afternoon. Today's text topic was about your favorite movie OST soundtrack, and we had 4625번님 saying 하울의 움직이는 성. Howl's Moving Castle, a bit of Studio Ghibli. 그 OST 인생의 회전목마 진짜 인생 OST예요. 슬플 때든 감격스러울 때든 언제나 울컥하게 하는 곡이에요. You know what? Miyazaki's movies, the Ghibli studios, they have such phenomenal soundtracks. Howl's Moving Castle, definitely. That's an amazing movie. I guess a personal favorite of mine is My Neighbor Totoro. Totoro. I can't know how to pronounce it. Totoro. That has an amazing soundtrack, and it's such a beautiful vibe in the Japanese countryside. Spirited Away. There's so many. I could go on for ages. It makes Kiki's Delivery Service. I want to go home and watch one of those movies now. Thank you for sharing, 4625번님. Really good OSTs. Feel free to keep sending us which is your favorite movie OST. 가장 좋아하시는 영화 OST 음악은 무엇인지 알려주세요. Send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, should cost you 101, KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live comment. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with Quizmaster. This is Everglow by Naoji.
서서히 심장은 시고만 가 익숙해 웃어는 like a liar 불안을 깊이 감춰두지저 멀리 멈추던 pushing me down 이를 거두었어 난 So why never lose 일어나 끝이 없는 길 위를 뛰어가 내가 빛을 낼 수 있게 한치 앞도 볼 수 없게 날 가꾸려 해도 잊혀질 수 없게 Everglow Take me to the place 타오르는 이 blue 내게 버려져도 다시 I'll be your Everglow 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 I'm shining in the rain 어둠 속 시켜내 끝없는 낮이 되리 In the Everglow 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 Don't care what it up place there Go wild Don't care what it up place there Everglow Don't care what it up place there Go wild Don't care what it up place there Everglow Watch me 맘에 병들어 썩히기를 매번 할 수 있는 건 가면을 쓰고 또 괜찮은 척 I'm so sick of letting all my tears 시퍼렇게 묻은 입 속에 쏟아진 소나기 내일은 아직 두려워 매일까지 도망쳐봐도 일상이 된 듯해 눈부신 척해 모두 잿빛이라도 난 괜찮아 But I don't care not, no I don't care now 붙어볼게 저 하늘에 닿을 순 없어도 무너지지 않게 Everglow Take me to the place 타오르는 이 blue 내게 버려져도 다시 I'll be Everglow 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 I'm shining in the rain 어둠 속 지켜내 끝없는 낮이 되니 In the Everglow 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 모든 게 사라져버린 그 밤 눈물로 살린 나의 불신 아껴둔 순간 맞닿은 순간 마침내 타올라 나를 비출 때 이제는 알아 끝내 일어나 너란 빛이 가득한 그곳에 다 Take me to the place 타오르는 이 blue 내게 버려져도 다시 I'll be Everglow 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 I'm shining in the rain 어둠 속 시켜내 끝없는 낮이 되리 In the Everglow 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 Don't care what it up place there Go wild Don't care what it up place there Everglow Don't care what it up place there Go wild Don't care what it up place there Everglow
Hello and welcome back everybody to For Your Busan. It is now 5:14 in the afternoon on a Thursday. Hope you're staying cool and having a wonderful day. We have some messages coming in. Juliet Nim coming in with 4-leaf clovers saying, I wish you all the best, Ning Nim. That's very sweet of you. I wish you all the best too. But tell me that tomorrow, please. Tell me that tomorrow. Viewer discretion Nim saying, I got curious, would it be more beneficial to send messages through pound 9050 because I can fire some texts? Honestly, it makes no difference. Whatever is comfortable for you. YouTube is easy because you can send them to me and everyone else can see them at the same time. Usually people who send messages, they don't want to reveal their, Kakao profiles or their YouTube profiles. Honestly, whichever one is most convenient, they're all dandy, they're all good. We did have some more messages. We had 3865번님 saying their favorite OST is Unchained Melody from 사랑과 영혼, Love and Soul. I haven't heard of that. Is that a movie? Which is the movie? I think it's 사랑과 영혼. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, especially the older romance movies, the older romance Korean movies. Really, my Korean movie knowledge is from crime. Now, Korean crime thriller movies from the 2000s, I've talked about it before, like Bong Joon-ho's 살인의 추억, The Chaser, all of those movies, like top-level cinema. Never really got around to watching a lot of romantic ones, but maybe I should. Okay. 요새 마약도 형은 saying 저는 영화 OST 기억하는 사람들 보면 정말 신기하더라고요. 영화 볼 때 스토리에 집중하다 보면 음악은 전혀 안 들리더라고요. 드라마는 오래 보다 보면 끝날 때쯤 해야 OST가 귀에 들어오는 걸요. I guess you're so infatuated or focused on the movie that you don't really hear the soundtrack, which is fair enough. That's fair enough. But if it's a TV show, like you said, you hear it so many times, by the end it kind of just automatically runs around in your head. So I guess you don't remember any OSTs, and that's totally fine. 소희님 saying 사랑과 영혼 is Ghost. Which Ghost? I think there's a few Hollywood movies called Ghost as well, like the horror movie from the 2000s. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's time for Quizmaster. This is where you can win a prize by answering a question. Now, today is Thursday, which means we are going to be going over some Busan 사투리. It is Busan dialect. Busan has its own unique dialect, and this dialect plays an important role in movies or dramas, even in relationships between people. Now, today we're going to have the time to talk about this special, attractive Busan dialect. It is about goodbyes today. Oh, what a topic, eh? Goodbyes, they're a hard thing, but sometimes we have to say goodbye to someone. So, in Busan dialect, how can you say your farewells? 네, 오늘은 누군가와 헤어져야 할 때, 누군가와 굿바이 인사를 나눠야 할 때 뭐라고 하면 될까요? In Busan 사투리. 네, 부산 사투리로 어떻게 따뜻하게 표현할 수 있을지 한번 사투리로 이야기해 보겠습니다. So, 여러분의 재치 있는 작별 인사를 부산 사투리로 보내주세요. Send your messages to me and how would you say goodbye in 부산 사투리? Let's take a song break and we'll be back. This is 도망치는 건 부끄럽지만 by 영재.
부끄럽긴 해서 도움이 된다면 하늘을 본 게 너무 오랜만이라서 이렇게 부른 걸 그동안 잊고 지냈어 앞만 보고 달렸던 나 멈췄다간 뒤처질까 기약 없는 내일 무섭기만 해 포기할까 수천 번을 고민해 세상이 원하는 대로 너를 맞춰줄 필요는 없어 조금 다르더라도 너만 내 리듬으로 천천히 발걸음을 옮겨 괜찮아 도망치는 건 부끄럽긴 해도 도움이 된다면 괜찮지 않을까 맞서 싸워야만 용감한 게 아냐 우리는 어리고 내일이 있잖아 긴 터널의 끝에서 걸음을 멈출 때 내가 찾던 게 없다면 어떡해 웃을 수 있을까 잘 모르겠어 난 어디쯤인지 어디로 향할지 멈춰서 나는 다시 또 때문에 세상이 원하는 대로 너를 맞춰줄 필요는 없어 조금 다르더라도 너만 내 괜찮아 도망치는 건 부끄럽긴 해도 도움이 된다면 괜찮지 않을까 맞서 싸워야만 용감한 게 아냐 우리는 어리고 내일이 있잖아 무겁다 느껴질 땐 조금 내려놔도 돼 아직 갈 길이 멀기에 거친 비바람도 다 잠깐일 거라고 시간이 지나가면 웃으며 얘기하기로 해 도망치는 건 부끄럽긴 해도 도움이 된다면 괜찮지 않을까 맞서 싸워야만 용감한 게 아냐 우리는 어리고 내일이 있잖아 내일이 있잖아
Welcome back, everyone, to the show. It is 5:21 in the afternoon and we're in the middle of Quizmaster. Today, I have asked you to send me a certain type of sentence, goodbyes, in Busan 사투리, because goodbyes are a hard thing to do, but sometimes we have to say goodbye to people. 네, 오늘은 누군가와 헤어져야 할 때, 누군가와 굿바이 인사를 나눠야 할 때 부산 사투리로 어떻게 따뜻하게 표현할 수 있을지 한번 사투리로 이야기해 보겠습니다. So I've had a few coming in. Let's have a little look here. We have 봄님 saying 또 보자. I like that, short and sweet. 또 보자, 또 봅시다. 강성헌님 saying 욕받대, 건강하고 잘 살아래. That's nice. I like 욕받대. That's one of my favorite Busan 사투리s. You did well. Good job. 고생했다. Thank you, 강상원님. I like that. Let's have some more. We have viewer님 saying 단디 여무시소. 여무시소. What is 여무시소? I'm not sure what that is. Tell me. Translate for me. 멜리님 saying 건강 단디 챙기고 단디 지내라잉. Nice. I like that. These are some good ones here. We have 소희님 saying 내일 또 볼 것처럼 인사하는 게 좋을 것 같아요. 들어가라. That sounds like eat and go. Like, I'm sure I'm wrong, but 들어가라. Okay. This first time hearing of this one too. We have 고수님 saying, wow, 부산 사투리로 따뜻함을 표현하기는 사법고시 보는 것과 같은 느낌입니다. Is it that difficult to express warmth through 사투리? I'm sure it's possible. Horation님 saying, 닉 1년 안에 부산영어방송으로 들어온다에 저의 왼쪽 손모가지 겁니다. Okay, who knows? You know, you could win that bet, you could lose that bet. You know, I'm going to keep that open. Let's have a look here. Look at some more messages. Okay, I see some decent ones coming in here. Horation님 saying 100% 자신합니다. 제가 책임집니다. All right, we had a good one. It was Horation님 said 잘 묻고 잘 살아라. I like that, short and sweet too. That's a pretty good one, I think. Saw him clarifying that the movie Ghost is Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. Okay, haven't seen a lot of Patrick Swayze movies, if I'm being honest. Footloose, I didn't even see Footloose, if I'm honest. I know. Was it a musical? Because whenever I hear of Patrick Swayze, I think of musicals, but Ghost doesn't sound like a musical. Okay, we have 만학도영님 saying 안 죽고 살아있으면 또 보겠지? 건강 단디 챙기고 잘 살 거래. Thank you very much. Hopefully hopefully I'm still alive and then we can see each other again sometime. Okay. Viewer님 says 여무시소 would be loosely translated into button your clothes. Oh, okay. Indicating don't forget to stay warm when you're leaving. That's such an abstract way to say stay warm, but I love it. 여무시소. Thank you for teaching me that, viewer님. Honeymum님 also saying 저는 오른쪽 손모가지 걸게요. More and more people are starting to bet body parts. Be careful, because you know you might lose. 조현철님 saying 잘 들어가래. Thank you. 최승님 saying 잘 가시다. Very nice. Keep sending them to #9050. 샵 9050 cost you 100won, KakaoTalk message or YouTube live comment. We're going to listen to Stop It by 한승우.
예전 같지 않다는 맘과 함께 넌 건조해져 더 바랄 게 없어진 듯한 표정도 차가워진 네 말투도 모든 걸 다 설명해줘 이대로 끝일 거란 생각에 갇혀 하루 종일 아무것도 할 수 없어 그렇게 사랑해도 소용없이 사라져 이런저런 핑계로 덮인 맘이 버티다 못해 갈라지고선 서로를 잊게 해 혹시나 마주칠까 초조함에 또 하루 종일 아무것도 할 수 없어
Hello and welcome back everyone to For Your Busan. It is now 5:29 in the afternoon on a Thursday. We're in the last moments of Quizmaster, where you're all sending me your creative, your 재치 있는 사투리 translations of goodbye. Our, 인사할 때. So we've got a few coming in. We have 고수님 saying 가는겨. 버뜩 땡겨 어디서. 살 있으면 기약 주시소. Okay. What's 기약? PD님, 앙 PD, what's 기약? 기약 주시소? Never heard that one. All right. 약속. You just said, oh, okay. 약속해주세요. Okay. No, I like that. If I'm alive, I will make sure to get in contact. Also viewing him saying, Nick looks so elegant when he takes his earpods out. I have to be careful because they're fairly cheap and they might break. All right. Lots of messages. Jinli Nim saying, 라면 묵고 가래. Yeah, I don't think they provide 라면 here, but maybe I will if they do. If they provide it on my last day, who knows? Who knows? It would be a nice treat. And then Honeymum saying 라면 먹고 가라는 건 좀. Yeah, I suppose that's the Korean equivalent of Netflix and chill, isn't it? All right, you're right. That is a little bit odd. Yeah. 멜리님 saying 느조남. Nick, I can't lose you. You won't be losing me. In here. In the Hollywood, in my heart feeling. In the cheesy way. I appreciate the love though. Okay, anyway, we've got loads of messages coming in, but we have got a winner. We have got a winner. Now, this is the last coffee coupon I'll be giving away, and that's because tomorrow will be a chicken set. So today, 제가 마지막으로 주는 커피 쿠폰은 누구에게 드릴까요? 진리님께 드리겠습니다. Yeah, 진리님, congratulations. This is the last coffee coupon, that I am giving away, and you have the honor of receiving it. Honestly, I wish we had 1,000 to give away so I could give it to all of you. But we don't have the budget. So enjoy that, and tomorrow will be the big day where we're giving away chicken. All right. Well, the time is now 5:31 in the afternoon. Coming up next, we got Matthew in the house for our next segment, Modern Family in Busan. Don't go anywhere.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is 5:32 in the afternoon, and on Thursday we have Matthew here from Modern Family in Busan. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah. How you doing? Doing good?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Outside, it's been hot.
It has.
But right now, there's actually a very healthy breeze.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually pretty good right now.
That's good.
Today is not too bad, honestly.
I think a lot of people have been enjoying this bit of respite we've been having today from the heat.
Yes.
But, it's probably the calm before the storm. It's the beginning of July. It's
possible, yeah.
Towards the end of July. Right now well, not right now, but earlier today in Daegu, it was close to 40.
40?
Yeah, so
okay.
Hopefully we don't get that. But anyway.
Right.
I want to ask you today's text topic, which is about movies. What is your favorite OST, your soundtrack movie?
Oh, I have an easy answer.
Okay.
The Last of the Mohicans.
Okay, now,
so
I've
it's
heard
from
so much.
1994-ish.
Okay.
Around there. It might be 1993, but around that time. But if you watch the movie, and everyone should go watch the movie, it's fantastic. After, 30 years?
Yes.
It still holds up really well.
Okay.
And it has a very recognizable soundtrack.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
I've never seen Last of the Mohicans, but I've seen it referenced in cartoons like South Park before, where they've done parodies of it, The Last of the Mohicans. But I've heard so much about that movie.
It's fantastic. 30 years old, but the soundtrack's fantastic. The movie is still fantastic.
Yeah.
I showed it to a class of mine last semester. They really liked it.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's
Okay.
my answer.
That's good.
There's
good.
other answer. Do you know Snatch?
I love that movie.
And what's the other one by the same guy, Guy Ritchie?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Those both have awesome soundtracks.
Yeah.
Those movies are not as family friendly.
They're definitely not.
They have great soundtracks as well.
Yeah. We had 황 작가님 saying 저는 Begin Again 영화 OST Lost Stars 별빛을 생각하며
That is great.
희망을 가질 수 있어서 너무 좋아합니다. That's like the 5th, 6th vote we've had for Begin Again.
That has that song, that girl, what's her name? I'm losing. I can't think of it right now. It has a great song.
Yeah.
No. The song on it.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
You've never seen that movie?
I haven't seen Big Lost.
And it has a Ben Folds song on it that's great as well.
I thought it was all Adam Levine doing it.
No.
Okay.
No.
He's just the star in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I agree. That's a great choice.
All right then. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one has said The Lion King. That's also a classic. That's 1994-ish.
Right. See, the thing is, that's a musical. So it's an original.
But the songs were made for this, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they were made for
I feel
Can
like
You Feel
it's
the
slightly
Love?
different.
Hakuna Matata. Then I was thinking like Jurassic Park, with John Williams and all that.
Oh, that is great as well.
Majestic. Superman.
When I was a kid, I learned clarinet.
Yeah.
That was my song I played at the concert. Yeah, it was great. Oh, it's so good.
It's an epic song for sure. Yeah. Anyway, everyone, it is time to talk about families. Families in Busan, multicultural families. Matthew is an American citizen in a loving family here in Busan, and he tells us about his experiences. So what are we talking about today?
So today I wanted to talk about names.
Names?
Yes, specifically from a multicultural perspective.
Okay.
So I think names are important for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think they're more so important for multicultural families because you have two cultures coming together.
Right.
And it's not as simple a process.
That's got to be tough for some people. I mean, I know a lot of multicultural families who have wondered, should they get the Korean name? Should they get the English name?
Exactly.
What do they do? Some of them double barrel. Some of them just take one. It's always different.
And it's not an easy choice because once you choose, people can change it later in life, but mostly that's the name you get. You know what I mean?
You know, it's not common, but it's more common than in the West here in Korea to change your name than it is.
Yeah.
You know, people will go to like, the people who do THU and things, and they'll get like give me a name that has a lot of, 보기 많은 이름 좀 지어주세요. Like, give me a name with lots of fortune, and they'll change their names legally to that.
Actually, I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I had a friend, her name was Younghwa.
Yeah.
Which is like movie.
That's cool.
But no, she changed it.
To?
What did she? Something less interesting.
소설.
Because everybody called her like movie.
Yeah.
It was like Yumi or something. It was less interesting.
If a kid has an embarrassing name, I can understand.
But actually, I've had other people whose names were like Sumin, and there were a million Sumins.
Okay.
So they wanted to change it to something more interesting, like Rian.
Right.
Like a little more individual. So actually, yeah, I agree. In Korea, it's more common than in America.
Yeah, and if you want to change your name, you have every right to do it. I can't imagine ever changing my name, can you?
No.
I've always been
0%.
Nick, and I will always be Nick.
Okay. So actually, I wanted to start out with this question. So you're Nick Greenwood.
Yes.
But you are half Korean. So number one, do you have a Korean name?
No.
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 All right. Therefore, even though you're half Korean, did you ever feel like your name wasn't really representing your whole identity? Do you know? You know what I mean?
I can see what you're getting at. For me, a name is just a way to identify someone, and then you build that link. When you say someone's name, you think about them. But for me, growing up Nick, I never questioned. Growing up in England, I never questioned. I'm Nick.
Yeah.
I know there's one other Nick in my year in school.
Yeah.
He's also a Nick with a different surname. It wasn't too common, but it's just a normal name. I never really wanted another name. I never really thought about it.
Yeah. Growing up, I never really thought about my name. So my name is Matthew Edward Kilbride.
Okay.
Full name. When I was a kid, I never thought about it. But as I got older, and when I started actually naming my children, I gave more thought to my name.
Your name?
My name.
In what way?
So before, I never cared. It's just my name.
Man.
You know what I mean? But, Matthew, so my family's Catholic. We grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
So Matthew is one of the gospel writers from the Bible. So there's like religious faith. Edward is my mother's father's name, my grandfather's name.
Okay.
So that's family. And then Kilbride, that's an Irish name. It doesn't mean 부인 죽는 거.
My wife was in a
yeah. Right? So it's my dad's Irish heritage. My dad's parents came from Ireland. So his heritage. So it was like, when I thought about it, it's got meaning on several levels.
Right. A lot of Western names, they are related to the profession that people had. So mine is Greenwood. So I did look this up, generations, thousands of years ago, hundreds, I don't know when, but the people who started Greenwood would have been usually like 나무꾼, maybe people who would chop wood and things like that.
Okay.
So you have Smith, kind of descending from like blacksmith as well.
Right, carpenter,
Yeah.
miller.
Exactly. Descending from professions, which is quite interesting.
My name, Kilbride. Kill means church.
Yeah.
Bride is the Saint Bridget.
Okay, very
so
Irish.
So it means the people that lived there, they went to that church.
Yes.
So they were Kilbride. Right. When I was a kid, everybody made fun of me.
Yeah, I mean...
Matt killed the bride. Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so when my kids were born, we had the choices to make. So one big one was they were dual citizens.
Right.
They have a Korean passport and American passport.
Yeah.
And the names, should they match?
Do they have to legally match?
No, they don't have to legally
don't.
match.
Okay.
However, I heard it can cause problems and headaches later in life if they don't match.
Okay.
So we said, all right, we want them to match. All right. So my wife's name's E. E, like Lee.
Okay.
You know the last name.
The surname is, Lee.
Okay. So we thought that would be easier than my name, which is Kilbride.
Kilbride.
So it's Kilbride, right?
Yeah.
엄청 길어요.
Yeah.
All right. So we had a compromise. What we were going to do was going to name our kids Gil Deng Deng.
Oh.
So like I'm Kilbride.
So you joined them in a way?
That was the idea.
Okay.
No, just the first part of my name.
Okay.
But Kil is not a Korean song.
Yeah, Gil is.
So we changed it to Gil.
Okay.
But we went to the office and we were like, all right, our first son is Ian. So he's going to be Gil Ian.
Ah, clever.
But it's illegal.
Why?
It's not allowed. The child's name has to be the father's name or the mother's name.
So you can't make a new one for it?
You cannot make a new one.
Huh.
In America, you can. In Korea, it's illegal.
I didn't know that.
So they said no. They either have to be Kilbride Ian 아니면 Ian.
Okay.
We already chose Ian, and Ian sounds kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like, okay then. And plus, I'm slightly, what do you want to say, conservative?
Traditional.
Yeah. I was like, all right, no, father's name.
Okay.
So they became Kilbride Ding Ding.
Okay, legally.
Yes.
Legally on that. Lots of people who have mixed parents, they will often, even if it's a foreign name, which can be more difficult when it comes to signing up for things in Korea because a lot of the spaces in the Binkan, I can't get so many memberships because my name is too long to go in and it has to match what is on your phone and your identity, right?
Yeah.
So mine is Nicholas Jeremy Greenwood, very long. A lot of subscriber membership things I can't get, which is annoying. And I wonder, do you think have you run into that problem yet with your children?
Not really.
Okay.
Like, you really couldn't do something?
You're typing in the name and it stops because no more characters can go in to the name section.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's happened a couple of times. Yeah.
But what we did specifically was we wanted 2 syllables, Korean style.
Okay.
Because you're like Kim Min-soo, Min-soo, right? Because we know other families where they had super long names, like Julia, Alicia, right? And then they'll even put like the middle name in their Korean name.
Oh, wow.
Like Julia, Rachel, right?
Okay.
And then it's super long.
Headache for the immigration office. Yes.
So our goal was to get 2 syllable names that made sense in English and in Korean.
Okay.
So the result, you can tell us how we did.
All right, then.
We're Ian, English name first. Ian.
Which is I-A-N in English.
In English, yeah. Ethan.
Okay.
And Lindsay.
Ian, Ethan, Lindsay.
All right, so give me your guess. What are their Korean names?
Well, I would say just like Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
So Ethan became?
Edan?
Eden.
Eden. Okay.
Lindsay.
Not Eden. Okay. And then Lindsay. Linje?
Linji. Yeah.
Okay.
So, not bad, right?
Yeah, you did pretty well.
Pretty, yeah. There's some names that, like Patrick. I like Patrick. But if you tried to do it in Korean,
Patrick.
It would be Patrick. Like, that's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the goal. In English, they have middle names. In Korea, they don't have middle names.
Okay.
So we kind of put some more meaning into it. So my son's name, Ian James, my father's name.
Yeah.
Ethan Patrick, my grandfather's name. Lindsay Ann, my mother's name.
Okay. But these are not visible on their Korean side.
Yeah, Korean
documents.
middle names are not part of their name.
Okay.
But through their English names, we got some more meaning into it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so they've taken your surname, Kilbride. So I guess what I thought about, if I ever have kids here and I think should they take my name or the more Korean name, is maybe if they're at school or they meet somebody new, the person will read their name and think, oh, maybe they don't speak Korean or something like that.
Yeah. That hasn't been much of an issue. They do get teased.
Okay.
Because their name's too long. Right? So, 길브라이드는 이름이 왜 이렇게 길어요? Right? So it's kind of...
Yeah.
So at school, we normally tell the teacher,
right,
just call them by their name.
Okay.
So it's like
First name.
김민수, 박민지, 그냥 Eden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is, if your name's Ian 아니면 Eden, people think their family name is E.
Right.
So their name is like Eden.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually, that's just their name.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting confusing now.
It is confusing.
It is getting confusing.
It does get confusing.
These are issues that a lot of multicultural families go through.
Yeah.
Then what about, are there any times where you have issues with these, where something has come up and it's made it really complicated to register for something or to identify your kids? Has it ever been a hassle?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think the system is actually improving. So it's more flexible in terms of these names.
Yeah.
So, no, we haven't had a problem.
Okay.
One thing that's important for people to consider, though, is when you name your children, so for anybody who has kids, you have to control the English name at birth when you register your child.
What do you mean, control it?
So, the way the system works, when your child has a name, they automatically get an English, like a Roman spelling.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. On the passports, you'll see it in English.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you want them to have a specific spelling, you have to bring your birth certificate when you register your child.
Okay.
So for example, my son, Eden, in Korean, if we didn't have the birth certificate, his English name would be Ideun.
Oh, so it would have been just spelt like you pronounce it in a way.
Right, because there's a exact spelling, but we had to show them we want it ETHAN.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Lindsay would be LINJI.
Right, Linji.
Looks super Chinese to me.
It does. Yeah.
Right.
Linji.
Right, but we had to. So for anybody out there listening, if you want to control the English spelling, you need to bring your birth certificate when you register your child.
Okay.
Good tip.
That's a very good tip. And, I could have to go through this soon. I'm sure many people will be going through this soon. We had viewer discretion in messaging and saying, my first name is, in English, Zion or Xion. So every time I speak my name, they never forget because it sounds very religious, of course, with Zion.
Yeah.
And then he said also, recently the MOJ requires to match the English name in Korean pronunciation. But when I made my passport, they allowed me to put Z on my name. So Xion, but Zion. Or Zion?
Because probably he brought his birth certificate at the time.
Oh, okay.
You can't do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to do it at the time.
Right.
Sang-Yun-Nim says, my son's name is Ian, and I had to go through a bit of a hassle to put the correct spelling in his passport because the officer requested to put Yi-an, Y-I-A-N.
Yeah, because just an I looks strange. Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess
a lot of people, I think, actually have this issue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is really interesting that you have to go through this. So just the best bit of advice is be prepared when you go to register their name and their passport, have the documents ready.
Yeah, and control it.
Now, personal question, have you ever thought about changing your name? Have you ever wanted to change your name? Like thought, Matthew's cool, but what if I was called something else? Have you ever wondered?
When I was a child, I did.
Yeah.
Like, I was a big Indiana Jones fan.
Okay.
Indiana Kilbride.
Indiana Kilbride. Doesn't have the same ring as
as Indiana Jones. But no, I've never actually quite thought about it.
So my parents they told me, when they were choosing my name, they were choosing between Nick or Nicholas or Kevin. And when I was young, I thought, Kevin's cool.
Kevin Greenwood.
But then everyone when I asked is, Nick's better.
Wait, so when were you born?
1991.
So you would have been like right when Home Alone came out.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone
Kevin,
would call you like, Kevin.
They would.
You know that one?
Have people made fun of your name? Matthew, Kilbride, but Matthew.
Yes. Well, in Korea, a little bit.
In Korea? What do they say?
Well, because they say, Matthew, my wife's uncle, he always calls me Mekju.
Mekju.
Mekju. Yeah. It's not
is that on purpose? Or is that just because he's mispronouncing it?
I think at first he couldn't remember.
Okay.
But then after not remembering a few times, he started to do it on purpose.
Okay.
But he enjoys Mekju.
So there
and
you
I
go.
don't mind Mekju either.
And it means he likes you then,
so
right?
it's a term of endearment.
My name in Korean is so short. It's Nick. Because I don't tell anyone my name is Nicolas because it's too long. So I go, 제 이름은 Nick입니다. And they're like, Nick? What? And I have to say a couple of Nick because it's just one syllable. It can be hard to catch sometimes.
Well, that's actually in America, I go by Matt.
Right, Matt. There you go.
But then in Korean, it's Met.
Met. It's like Met Deji. Met.
Right. So in Korea, I go by Matthew.
Yeah.
Specifically because it's Metju.
That makes sense.
Right, it's 2 syllables, more Korean style.
So when you choose your children's names, did you follow any trends at all? Because there are trends in, like for example, these days what I'm noticing, when people are having kids in England, and I think the US too, names have shifted. No longer are people called John or Peter, like they were in the day, or George. Nowadays I'm seeing lots of names like Noah and Eli. I mean, they're still they're going in a biblical route, but they've shifted quite a lot. I know so many kids called Noah now.
Yeah, the odd thing is we did not do that at all, but our kids' names are very popular today in Korea. Which is weird.
Eden, Linji.
No, Linji is not.
Okay.
But Eden and Ian are extremely popular.
I mean, as Hangyun name as well. His son is called Ian.
Because we walk around and we go to the playground and constantly I hear, 야, 이든아, 이안아, 뭐 하는 거야? I've never heard Lindsay.
Yeah.
Well, no, Linji.
Yeah.
But Eden and Ian are very, very popular.
I guess.
And I did not know that when I named my kids.
Names in Korea are starting to sound more and more different from how they used to.
Yeah, they're softer.
They're soft.
Like Unji.
Yes.
Unji is a very popular name today.
Right.
Where Byuk-chan.
Exactly. Back in the
not a lot of
day.
Byuk-chans today.
For sure. 황 작가님 says 저의 고양이 이름은 Kevin이에요. I'm glad I didn't choose Kevin then. It would be the same name as your cat. Relation님 saying 미국은 결혼하면 여성분의 이름이 바뀐다고 들었어요. So the general traditional rule is that the wife will take the husband's name.
Yes.
But it's not mandatory. You don't have to do that, of course.
No.
Now, this has been a very interesting topic. And Matthew, it's been our last time here talking about international relationships. It's been a lot of fun.
Day.
You've almost been like my 선배 in a way of relationships here. So I'm going to use this information in the future when life happens.
Okay. I hope life does happen.
Thank you.
But it's been a pleasure working with you, talking to you.
It has.
And I hope everything goes the best for you.
Appreciate it, Matthew. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to hearing more of your stories in the future.
Absolutely.
All right,
yeah. Good night. Good evening, everyone, and
Bye.
Best of luck to DJ Nick.
I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. All right, everyone. The time is now 5:52 in the afternoon. We're going to end the show. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Come join me for the final episode where I will be hosting For Your Busan. Let's make it fun. Let's make it happy. And let's go out with a bang, everyone. The last song today is going to be Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. And the show was produced by Jung Yuna, written by Hong Young-hwa. I've been your host, Nick. I'll see you tomorrow.
I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old and smoking and rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, and when we got paid, we'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have sell clothes. One works down by the coast. One had 2 kids but lives alone. One's brother overdosed. One's already on his 2nd wife. One's just barely getting by. But these people raised me and I can't wait to go home. And I'm on my way. I still remember